Waking up to huge news this morning. It's finally official. Tom Brady has called it a career. Just moments ago, announcing it on Twitter, Tom Brady is walking away from the NFL, finally, for good. Last year, I felt caught off guard by this announcement. This year, even more caught off guard. It really felt like Tom Brady was going to take one more shot with another team at a Super Bowl run. And instead, he's done. It is over. The career, the GOAT, has finally decided that it is time to walk away. First and foremost, we got to take a look at just the overall career of Tom Brady. Absolutely insane to see where he was drafted and what he has done. For us to just witness this, and I know a lot of you out there are going to say how much you hate him or hated his run with the Patriots or what have you, but sometimes you just have to take a step back and realize that you witnessed something that you may never see ever again. But what does this mean? What's the domino effect for all the teams that may have been interested in bringing him in? Let's start with Tampa Bay. It looks like Kyle Trask will finally get his shot, it being the starting quarterback for Tampa Bay. Now, they might bring somebody else in, maybe a veteran to compete with him. Maybe they do take a look at a guy like Jimmy Garoppolo. Who will know? But this means that Kyle Trask will probably have some fantasy value going into next season. The biggest thing would be, though, what does it mean for the wide receivers? Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, that is where things could get a little bit sticky, and we're really going to have to work through that this offseason. The Las Vegas Raiders, they were really linked to Tom Brady. That was one name we saw come up more and more often because of they're moving on from Derek Carr. Derek Carr's relationship with the Raiders is absolutely done. So if the veteran is not going to be available in Tom Brady anymore, now you have to take a step back and say, okay, there's really two only options. They're either going to have to move up in the draft to go get their quarterback, or it's going to be all in on trying to bring in Aaron Rodgers. Another team that came up quite often because of being linked from, his home area is the San Francisco 49ers. I never believed that was ever going to happen. Trey Lance is going to be the starter heading into next season. And until we know a little bit more on Brock Purdy and that elbow, we'll have to wait and see. Now, if he has to have a full Tommy John reconstructive surgery, then at that point, he's going to be missing the entire season. They're going to have a backup to Trey Lance. But if he doesn't, and it's just something that they can get him ready for next year, you're going to see Trey Lance and Brock Purdy as the quarterback 1A, 1B, or 1 and 2 going into next season. They already spent way too much on Trey Lance, and they saw way too many good things for Brock Purdy. They were never going after Tom Brady. The Miami Dolphins were a team that continued to come up as well. I never thought that was going to happen. The only way Miami would ever make a run is if Tua would have announced his retirement, and Tua already said he wasn't going anywhere, that he was going to be back for another season. Well, maybe it was his family that said it. Miami was never going to be in it. Yes, they flirted with him a couple of seasons ago, but that's not going to happen now. Miami obviously is going to move forward with Tua, and Tom Brady is going to move forward with his life. Overall, it's odd that he's deciding to retire right now. I mean, the guy could have just retired last season, walked away, and been okay. But he put a lot on the line, especially from a personal standpoint, right? I mean, his marriage and everything really collapsed this final season, and maybe that was part of it. Maybe that took a little bit of a toll on him, and he realized, I can't do this anymore. Maybe that was part of it. Who knows? But at this point, it's over with. He's done. He's walking away. And this is going to have a huge effect on the game around him, especially on teams that were looking at potentially getting into a bidding war for his services. But again, whether you like him, whether you hate him, it doesn't matter. It's kind of the same thing I say about LeBron James. Everybody hates LeBron James, right? Well, not everybody, but a lot of people. I say the same thing about him. Whether you love him or you hate him, just take a step back and realize what you're seeing, you're probably never going to see again in your lifetime. And that's the same thing that we've seen with Tom Brady. The closest thing we have right now is like Patrick Mahomes. But 7 Super Bowls, many statistics broken, records set. Yeah, we might see it, but the storyline that is Tom Brady from where he went to where he is now will never be seen again. So congratulations to Tom Brady on an amazing career. It's been fun to watch, and we'll see what happens with your next steps.
Analytics off the chain, other channels not the same. Jake and Kyle, you know the name. Headliner Nation, we running the game. Y'all stuck on third down. Your content's plain Jane. Headliners on top now. We gonna move and change. Podcast off the rip. Draft guide, so legit. Fantasy world, our game tight. You know we about that chubb life. Stuck in a rut and you need some motivation. Head to the channel for this Headliner Nation.
I'm a headliner.